Commission staking on old school was banned because a lot of people were RWTing, but in the RuneScape 3 community, not too many people RWT because I guess the price of RuneScape 3 is not good enough for people to want to bother selling it, so it's still to this day allowed on RuneScape 3.
Actually, effective as of today, it is now against the rules to engage in what is commonly referred to as commission staking, and I wonder why. Oh, real world trading, account sharing and selling, item scamming.
French chat at the moment is now called Elite Win. I joined a French chat by the name of Elite 1.
Do you notice how the clan chat name changes all the time? That's because they were getting banned for real world trading, and Oakdice, you obviously knew this was happening, yet still remained part of it to fill your own pockets. You even admitted yourself you were very much part of it all.
I don't physically own this clan, but I've been a part of this clan for years, and you know, these are my people. These are my homie. This is basically my family.
Your family real world trades, what?
Now I know some of you are like, dude, why don't you stake yourself? Well, I mean, sometimes I lag, sometimes I get kind of scared and nervous, and I do lose a lot of stakes to just like misclicking or you know, all the glitches that happen on RuneScape 3 and 1.
Literally any reason possible to bait your viewers into using a commission staking clan full of real world traders.
Is I'm trying to make 1 trill using my, well, not my FC, the FC I'm part of, commission staking clan.
And I know you will say, well, at the time it wasn't against the rules, but that doesn't make it okay because they've finally wised up to it. It took them 2 years after old school removed it.
Is going and visiting my commission staking clan.
You knew all along real world trading was involved, but you didn't care, and all you ever did was lie about others to make yourself look innocent.
Are any of you out there looking for ways on how you can get your account permanently banned? Well, look no further. Be sure to check out any Dyson website you can find online. Be sure to dice on there, and within 5 minutes, I can guarantee that not only will your account be permanently banned, but all of your accounts will be permanently banned.
That is the worst lie I've ever heard. I know people who use them sites for years with no issues, but who the fuck would listen to you when you say shit like this?
All these websites are making thousands of dollars from real world trading your money, when you can literally be just coming and, you know, betting your money on a RuneScape system on players who play the game.
Don't make me spit my water out all over my lovely monitor. You don't play the game, you try to act like you do, just so you can feed more RuneScape players through your swapping site Oakdice.
And this guy called James gave me 250 mil. He's like, yo dude, do a giveaway. I mean, Oakdice, you look like a cool guy.
Now, I've known James, and like I've said, James and Coin for a long time.
You call people out for running their schemes.
Fishy is running an extremely smart scheme. The whole scheme, and this is the scheme.
Well, what about yours?
You know, the only rules we have is simple. I can only use my staking clan to make money during this series. I'm not able to do anything else. Yes, we won, dude! Oh.
Yeah!
From encouraging your viewers to gamble and making it look like they're going to win every single time, to repeatedly denying and being dishonest with others about the fact you real world trade gold on a game which, let's be honest, you don't really play, but you seem to want to make so much gold, and you have done for the past few years. Are you sure that's just so you can play the game? Surely you've got enough gold to do everything now, right? What's up?
That I did swap 1 bill on my website, Oakdice.com, you know, the Oakdice.com, #1 swapping website, shout out. I put onto old school and I use all of that money for the goodie bag.
To my viewers out there, if you show this video enough support with likes and comments, I will make another video showing you the exact system Oakdice is using to sell gold through his swapping site. How about that?
If you need to do any commission staking, if you want to buy rank anywhere, I recommend you go and buy rank in Elite Host FC. I wasn't paid to do this video, trust me.
And just to prove how Oakdice's site is affiliated with real world trading, I bought 15 Milo 7 GP, give it to one of his live chats, and then swapped it for Deadman Seasonal GP. So I swapped my bought gold, which is going to be given to someone else, and there is a likelihood that someone else could get banned for that. I could do what he does and make up some big elaborate lie to scare you off, but truth is, they probably didn't.
Maybe you guys have been chopping at some trees or mining some rocks, but you guys are all stupid, yo. Dicing has been back for a long time now, and people don't even realize it. Recently, there's been a way for us to make money again, and it's in the form of something called RuneScape
commission stake.
Invest your money into a gambling service in which, and then again, this is allowed gambling because Yeah, I know. Sorry if you want to unsubscribe, that is fine. I will still be doing Rune News, but yeah, this is the other side of me that maybe you guys haven't seen because of Rune News. I'm so sorry about this, guys.
Now that we've realised a thing or two about Oakdice, let's talk about commission staking, which just over 2 years ago was banned on 07, but they left it on RS3. And this is something I could never get my head around, really. It's like allowing one server to bot and the other server not to. It's the same business model, it's the same concept, they're pretty much the same players in some way, shape or form. So allowing commission staking to continue and people to make money on one side of the game and not the other, it really made no sense to me. Anyway, take a look at the announcement they made 2 years ago.
I need to talk about commission staking.
Yes.
There's obviously been a bit of chatter about that recently. Now, to make everything black and white, commission staking is against the rules, whether it is for money or not for money. As soon as we see somebody doing it for a percentage stake, we will just ban them outright, because 60% of the real world trading bans came from commission stakers when we first started looking at it.
Look, I've met a lot of people involved in commission staking, and I can't name one of them to you that did it for the good of the game. So what does that tell you? They all did it 12 hours a day to make as much money as they can, to then sell it and try and get away with it. If they got caught, it's all good. They will buy another max main, rinse and repeat, for 1/10 of the price they've just made and get away with it for a few more days. So it's a wavy process for them. None of them did it for max PVM gear or to go PKing in a better setup. I'm sure there's some innocent angels amongst them all, but when you find out some lad next to you has made 5 grand and you're sat with a chunk of cash you don't really need because you're sat at the jeweler arena all day, what is the point? Anyway, Mod Infinity made this post about it, and it didn't surprise me really. It did have a lot of support. People were curious and asking questions. I retweeted this. He said next on the list, selling names for gold, which I agree with, and gold swapping between games, which I also agree with. The vast majority of gold sites now swap gold for you. And do you know that the swap rate is based on how much the gold is worth? So basically, at the start of the video, when Oakdice was blabbering his mouth saying people don't sell RS3 because it's worthless, well, mate, the game's been out for like fucking 10 years more than old school, and you know that yourself because on your swapping site, you swap more RS3 for 07. You know how it works, don't act like a dummy. And then someone disagreed, and I hovered over, and he's involved in swapping, so obviously he doesn't want to see it go. But yeah, it's controlled by people, and it's as much as involved in real world trade as commission staking, so swapping should go too. What I found genius is a day or two before they made the announcement that commission staking is bannable, they started cracking down on it so that when people find out the news, they don't sell all the gold and they don't sell their accounts. It's too late, they've already been dealt with basically. And this person here said they've been wrongfully banned. He was like, what's the character name? Yin. And he said he's checked it, ban is correct. Involvement, including web ad. She says that the ban was exactly the same as someone else and the web was for the giveaway. Well look, Yin RS, if you're involved in something which isn't allowed, you can't go in game and advertise a gold site, you're going to get banned for it. So you were involved, I'm sure you weren't standing there with an auto chat doing that shit for free. So whether or not you actually sold gold or you were running some type of game of chance, you're involved in that whole circle. You can deny it all along, but you would have been getting something from it. I'd just like to be unbanned. Mine was minor for stream, yours was major for elite rank site. That's the difference. She says it doesn't matter, even if you use the site Google and advertise that. No, it does matter. There's a big difference. She probably had a lot of gold that she wished she would have sold. And by the way, happy birthday to Adolf Hitler. I put that on Twitter. He would be 128 today, born on 1889. So happy birthday to Adolf. Now, this thing here was posted by Mod Beans. He was speaking about commission staking only a few days ago. Let's pick out some of the main points he make. Firstly, we know that commission staking was out and out banned on OSRS due to it being a front for real world trade. This was decided higher ups in the OSRS team. However, this isn't the whole case when it comes to RS. RWT is obviously a big concern. We have plenty. They control it. If a player real world trading the money, they will get caught. It might seem odd to have two different rules for the game, but they are different circumstances and essentially different games, which again I disagree with. Same business model, runs the same way. People are doing it for the money, okay? And you have just got rid of it on one game, so everyone moves to the other, and that's exactly what happened. Yes, commission staking is a trust trade, using it to scam others. In a perfect world, this wouldn't occur. Not much scamming did take place, so it was mostly legit because they were making a lot of money. It was a win-win, they had no reason to scam. All in all, I would suggest that a mute for commission is not necessary. This, however, makes it a good thing. I think it's a healthy discussion on this. So this was before I think they announced commission staking is bannable. He basically says it's okay, but then they obviously investigated more and changed their mind. So I'm not really sure what this guy's chatting, like whether he's being paid out by that, you know what I mean? I don't know, guys, but yeah, it was allowed and now it's not, and I don't really blame them. Just to finish off, again, this is the post. You've already seen it. I don't need to mention much at all. He also talks about games of chance as well being disallowed, and yeah, you can see some of the comments here. People are saying nice, really nice, a welcome change in policy, thanks for the information. Someone's never heard of it before. And yeah, glad to see both servers having this rule enforced. I'll be interested to hear what Oakdice has to say, really. He can choose to ignore it, but as someone who was actively involved, he's obviously going to deny it. I mean, there's no good asking Oakdice whether he real world trades or not, because the answer is always going to be no. Because I'll tell you why. Even if the answer was yes, he can't afford to say that. If he outright just says, yes, I have real world traded once or twice, or sold a little bit of the gold, then his site will come crashing down. Everyone will be like, oh, it's linked to real world trade. So he cannot admit it. The thing is, you can never get that answer out of him because he just can't afford to admit it. So what you need to do is find the cracks, basically. And this is one of those cracks. It's a big crack, really. I mean, I sussed out Oakdice a long time ago, but for some of you it might be new. I remember a year and a half ago, he contacted me asking for promotion. At the time, though, I worked with Big Boy Bets, which was a main sponsor. They even had a swapping system on the site. So for me to promote Oakdice, it would be a clash of features, and it wouldn't really be fair unless the offer was considerable, but it was like $50 to $100, so I just really brushed it aside. But I said, look, we'll have a chat. We ended up speaking on TeamSpeak for about 15 minutes, and I said one thing to him that really raised alarm bells, and you guys can ask Oakdice yourself. Ask to see all of his gold. He won't show you it. He'll say he's hiding it on mules, or he'll say, I don't want you to see the account or it'll get hacked. But I remember being in the call and I said, so how does it work? Because I was relatively new to swapping. He was like, yeah, we make X percentage when they swap there, and we make the rest of the percentage when they swap there. So 2 ways. They have to swap it 2 ways to make the whole amount. And then I said, oh, so you must be making quite a lot. He said, oh yeah, it can be good. Pulled out some figures. I don't know, I think it was like a few hundred mil 07 at the time a day or something. And I said, okay, can you show me some of this stuff? And he was like, what do you mean? I said, meet up with me in game now. I said, just trade me like a couple of bill or that, because you're making that much, that must take a few days. He was like, oh no, I can't do that. He said, you'll see the names and all that. And he pulled some bogus reason out of his ass that he couldn't show me. But I just knew right away that if you can't show me the gold, mate, it's definitely going somewhere else, not in your hands anymore. But make of it what you wish, guys. Maybe I'm just assuming. He's going to obviously say that. Again, I've told you, he can't admit it, so there's no point debating about it. But yeah, if you want to see another video about how the swapping system works and should that be bannable, let me know. Like the video, comment. It's been a pleasure. As always, subscribe. Peace out.